Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
I am just so glad that we are doing this retreat in Sedona.
Me too.
And I'm just really glad that you're coming along with me because when I actually took the Soulful Story speech camp,
Yes.
I loved the way that you started with a question.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and the one thing that I know from my work with Access Consciousness and the four elements of creation, it all starts with a question.
It does.
So,
Yes.
um, I
That's true. I didn't put that together until just now.
yeah, well, that's what I put together, and it made me start thinking about just what is this whole container that we're creating for people to, these six extraordinary women to show up
Yes.
and say yes to themselves and
Yes.
be able to ask the questions of
For them,
themselves.
yeah. For them to create something new stories. And
Yes.
it's such a perfect time too, because if you're aware of like astrology with Lionsgate opening this week,
Ah,
and then um, retrograde starting the 13th, this is a perfect time to reflect, to recreate, to revisit. And then by the time the retreat happens, we're just starting to get out of retrograde to create and take action and do something new. So, from an astrology perspective, it could not be more aligned with what the planet is facing right now.
so wonderful because in my little
I know.
thought head here, I have my little four A's, and it starts with first asking the question, and then
Hmm.
showing up for yourself, but then taking action. Because I realize
Yeah.
that saying yes is the action, and everything
Hmm.
really starts when you start saying the yes, but
Yes.
to really take the action.
Hmm.
Um, I realize it allows ourselves to open ourselves up to who's showing up first of all,
Right.
and then our awareness to drop in
Yep.
and to look at those stories that we're telling ourselves that might not no longer serve or that could be stressful.
Oh, so
And
that's so true.
the thing that I loved about my experience with you, Carrie, was the fact that I was able to see that a stressful situation, I could rewrite that into a very soulful story and be empowered by it. And if I choose to take it to stages, which I will, I actually can inspire others.
Yes.
So
Good.
this is what my thought process is that with the two of us and our understandings that we can just really create the environment and really help people with their stories through
Yes.
and make them into something greater for themselves and maybe even their greatest strength.
Yes, I love that. The concept of story is so vast in terms of it's a mindset, it could be a lifestyle, it could be something that happened in the past, it could be something we want to create. So it could be something we share on stage or we write. So it's a big issue. It's a big umbrella,
Right.
and we're looking at um, in these 4 days, we're asking them to give themselves permission to dive deep to find something that isn't quite um, like those puzzle pieces, the black and the square
Yeah.
that isn't quite
Right.
right lined up,
Right.
to adjust it a little bit or flip it a little bit. It's a
Right.
very gentle. It can just be a gentle adjustment. It's not like
Yeah.
it has to be this really excruciating experience. And Sedona is such a magical place that
It
it
is.
really is it's a perfect place to do it.
What a wonderful place to take to actually step back and really take a look and dive deep. You know, we're so busy, and then to get into Sedona, where the red rocks right out your window,
Yes, so gorgeous.
environment. We're right downtown. Where they call it Uptown in Sedona, but we're right at
Okay.
the triangle. So we can, it's so simple to walk to restaurants.
Hmm.
And if you want to go for a shop, and then there's also Talapaki Square, which is just one block down. And it's a whole Mexican village that
Hmm.
they actually, the builder actually created from Mexico, brought it in and created it. So you walk into the square and it's like you're in Mexico.
I love that place.
Gorgeous opportunity. And then you can walk to the hike shop too. So if you want to get a hike in, that's the beauty about Sedona is there's so many hikes, and with it being still daylight savings time, you know, we can take a
Yeah.
afternoon or later evening hike and really enjoy ourselves in the Red Rocks too, and that energy.
Yes, it's so great. I love it. It's a vortex. There's several different vortexes. And so some of the hikes actually lead you into a vortex. So after doing some of this work and recreating, it would be really healing to go and physically sit and get energetically aligned to release and call in something new. And so the way that we set it up
Yeah.
is workshop, break, free time to sort of be in flow with the energy of the actual place. So it
Yes.
really is a very gentle experience for, yeah, 6 women who are really ready to create something new.
Yeah, and you know, I found for myself, I did that exact same thing that my first experience of was in 2010 when I went out to visit, and I had something very pressing on my mind. And I remember walking, Bell Rock is one of their vortexes,
Yep,
and
I
it's
love
a
that place.
manifestation vortex.
Yep.
And I remember just walking up, there's a very easy flat path to get there, and I just went and sat on Bell Rock, and I asked a question with not really knowing the answer, and allowed my awareness, and all of a sudden I got a really understanding that I was not aware of until then, that I made a choice from that understanding. I really understood that I'd always been supported
Mm,
no matter what had happened in my life.
yeah,
Made me make another choice to let go of a business of 20 years.
that's
And I
right.
made that choice, but it without me taking the time out
To do
and to
that
be
work.
able to do that work. That's what we're saying here. We're actually giving this opportunity for those extraordinary women that are choosing to stand up and show up and to take that moment and be with themselves and dive deeper.
It's so great. I love it. It really is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. And to do it in a place that I personally have had retreats, I've had breakthroughs, I've had rewrites, hikes, weddings. It's a
Oh,
beautiful, so it really is going to be fun. Yeah, so I'm going to be working with them on recreating the story. You're going to be working with them on, well, you explain what you're going to be
well, what
working.
I'm going to be working on is really for them to really see how we, you know, looking at a different way to really create your life and to live
Hmm.
your life, to be able to live it from taking action. You know, I think as women, we tend to, you know, there's a couple people, it's either we're in our masculine and we're goal
Hmm.
driven.
Hmm.
So we've got to must do, right? We're in the doing self and we forget
Hmm.
about the human being. We're in the human doing.
Hmm.
So that aspect, or I am in the spiritual community, and a lot of times I hear let go and let God. So we're
Yes.
just sitting back. Okay, God's going to take care of it. But no, that, you know, we need both. We need to be able to take action and then allow from that
Yes.
action to receive the information. So I hope to be able to bring in both the masculine and the feminine, and really teaching people how to be a little more gentle with themselves and be
Hmm.
able to align with their true self, their authentic self, that and allowing themselves to bring in the feminine intuition into everything that they do. So it's a
That's so great.
different way to operate our lives, but it's a fun. What I have found is that every time I align in with myself, my God self within me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm lining in with that feminine part of myself, and I receive more in my life, and I'm
Good.
able to receive my blessings. And this is what I'm really passionate about, is helping people be able to see their blessings and then receive their blessings. So, and what
That's
I've
great.
understood is not turn them into burdens. When we can't receive them, they turn into burdens.
That's true. Yeah, it's
So
going to be magical. We're so
it will be
excited.
magical.
So we extended the early bird to August 15th,
Yes.
and then it is September 17th to the 21st.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so it will start in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. You can check in, so you can get there early if you want to enjoy the day, if you're driving up or driving in or flying in. There is a shuttle that you can get if you fly into the Phoenix airport or
Mm,
Flagstaff. So it's called I believe it's called the Arizona shuttle. And it's if you don't choose to rent a car from Phoenix to get to Sedona, that's the easiest way, is just buy the round trip ticket if you're flying in.
okay.
So, otherwise, we will have some cars there, so we will be able to get around.
Yep.
And each room definitely has a kitchen, so you'll have the ability either to get some snacks or things at the grocery store,
Yeah.
or there are just restaurants really close by.
Yeah. So we're providing a couple of meals, but really it's more of the environment for you to go out and create your own experience while we're helping you, leading you through that path of um, rebirth, really, I guess. Or
Yeah, in 4 days.
yeah, right. And then early bird is $9.97 through
Yes.
August 15th, and then the full price is $12.97 starting August 16th through the rest of the month.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I just am excited that we're teaming together
Me too.
this, and to be able to be there for the extraordinary women that are showing up.
I know.
I always say this. I love to look at September is the new January.
Okay. Because it's, I love that.
So I think for me, it's like starting to take a look at, what I've learned in my year so far, and
Mm-hmm.
looking at those stories maybe that I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
myself, and what ones that I want to change, and
Yep.
start writing my script for next year. So I
That's
think this
true.
is a really wonderful time for
Yeah,
people,
it is. It's so
like,
great.
yeah.
I was going to say it's so great. I hadn't thought of that, but after summer, the fall and rebirth, and yeah, that's so fantastic. I love that. Getting ready for the winter, dormant, and then
And then the
explosion.
fertilizer. We already have it done.
There you go. Yeah. So if people want to register, we have a lead page, which I'm assuming we'll put somewhere. I don't know how to link it, but
Yeah. And yes, I'm not so sure how to link it on to this, but we'll definitely add it,
yeah,
so that you can go out and get the details and a little bit more. And you're welcome to reach out to
either of
either
us.
one of us
Right.
through private message. We'll be glad to answer any other questions that you might have.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll hope to see you in Sedona.
Hope to see you in Sedona. September 17th through the 21st.
Yes.
See you then.
Bye bye.
Bye.